request by the honoree, Chopin, Etude Opus 10, number 4, with 4 hands and 20 fingers. 2. Yes, go ahead.
That's incredible. Okay, I would like to introduce Marla Patterson. Marla, if you'd like to come up, she's going to say just a few things about Mom. Marla's the one who has been emailing and Facebooking and who harassing everyone, who has largely made a lot of this happen. This is Marla.
What I was going to say when I got up here. When Barbi asked me to do this, my immediate reaction was, "You've got to be kidding." But I have to tell you, there are plenty of friends out here that I see, that I know out here. For the rest of you that I don't know personally, Barbi and I have known each other not nearly as long as a lot of people here. But we met 10, 15, how long has it been? I don't know. We've sung together quite a lot at Christ Methodist Church and in the Signature Chorale. She's always been one of the sweetest and most benevolent people I've ever seen. Not to mention what she does for her students, not to mention the children that she has raised, the child that put together all of this. This would be a wonderful night to be here in spite, even if we weren't here for the reason that we are. This is going to be an outstanding concert. You're going to have the time of your life. And I so appreciate your coming out. When we started this campaign 3 weeks ago, around a table over at, where were we? Wolfgang Pups. Nice place to start a campaign. When we did that, we thought, okay, we have to try this. We have to give it a shot. You managed to put together $55,000 in 12 days. This is all about you. This is all about you. I've never seen anything quite like it in my life. And it was such a joy and such a spiritual experience for me to watch it happen. All I did was sit around and write emails every once in a while and send you bad website addresses. But at any rate, it is such a pleasure to see you all here tonight and to have had a physical representation of the regard and love that people have for this woman. And again, it just congratulations to you and thank you so much. Thank you. We have actually exceeded that goal by a nice amount, and money that you give at the table back to center tonight will be to help defray living expenses for Barbi while she's undergoing treatment, which is going to take an enormous load off of her mind. And again, this is about you. Thank you so much.
Feeling fancy free, but I'm not alone. I've got company, everything's okay. The live long day with this fellow song, I can't go wrong. In the mellow tune, that's the way to live. If you want and grow, something's got to give. Just go your way and laugh and pray. There's joy alone in a mellow tone.
to dinner and a flick. So she goes, well, you certainly move quick. So I go, well, you're so lovely that you make my heart just ache. So she goes, well, what movie should we do? So I go, well, that is fully up to you. And that, my friends, was my one big mistake. My movie satisfaction is mindless violent action. Some muscle men who tussle with Stallone. A thriller that would thrill us with Arnold or Bruce Willis. And lots of naked shots of Sharon Stone. This movie here is cloying, so pretty and annoying. These flicks they make for chicks who drag their men. I bet she gets all weepy while I get really sleepy. No chick will ever pick the flick again.
She loves him, but he's married to a wife who's dying really slow. He won't leave, so they're all happy. He's beautiful. He's dutiful. That Joe.
I yearn to see a chainsaw, a psycho with a pain saw. How nice to watch him slice each person's spleen. A nut job in this movie, oh boy would that be groovy. He'd wipe this painful tripe right off the screen.
The end is near. He's at her bedside while his true love waits for him. Amen.
It don't look good. She's on the dead side.
And now Joe vows he'll never love again.
Well, that is rather queer now. Did I just feel a tear now? I bet it's just some sweat caught in my eye. That is rather funny. My nose seems rather runny. Oh God, this might sound odd, but I might.
Oh God, they're at the grave now.
And Joe is acting brave now. I'm fearful I'll be tearful any sec.
Oh
Know that she'll burn rubber if I sit here and blubber. I'm quickly growing sickly, I'm a wreck. I think of thoughts more wistful. Clint Eastwood with a fistful of oozy buns and grossy bots galore. Crap, it's just not working. This movie is tear-jerking. This fellow will be jello on the floor. I gotta get a grip now. I simply cannot slip now. Must fight, close my eyes tight, cause I'm a guy. No whimpering like a puppy. I gotta macho uppy. No, how will I allow myself to?
Are you okay?
I'm fine. It's allergies.
I love men who aren't afraid to cry in the movies.
Thank you so much for all of your love and your gifts and cards and letters and your prayers. I've needed them and I've really felt them. Thank you so much. I want to introduce my team of friends that real time are saving my life. So I'm going to introduce them one by one. And if you just hold your applause to the end, then I want to ask you to thank them all at one time. There's no one in the world like my best friend, Debbie Wilson. And you just died because you don't have insurance. We've been good friends since our girls were little. And I think when we first met, there was an instant rapport. We both were Southerners. I'm from Tennessee and she's from Kentucky. We just valued all the same things, our family, a beautiful home, special occasions. And there's not another Debbie Wilson in the whole world. And I'm so thankful for her. Marilyn Lynch and I have been friends for over 35 years. We sang together in our 20s. I think we've done every city in the United States. Except she would drive, you know, she's kind of short, and I would read the map, so she would drive like this, and I would tell her where to go. She's the only one that I ever trusted. She and Minnie were the only two that I would trust to take care of Amy when she was a baby. And through all these years, we've remained friends, and I'm so very grateful for her. Harriet Sherman, my dear red-headed friend. Yeah, my Lucy. We've been friends for a long time, too. And Debbie and Harriet and I have met since our kids were teenagers for coffee every Tuesday morning at Panera, and we totally disrupt the peace. But we've gone through teenage years and college years. We've done each other's kids' weddings, and we've cried through divorces. We just do life together. We're there for each other, and we do life together. When we first started talking about this, Debbie really was the one that spearheaded it. She'd already gotten the date for here, and I think about the bank account at Stillwater. My original projection, I thought I had 1 year to live. So I thought, oh, we're okay. We have plenty of time. So when I went back for my first exam, for my follow-up exam for my surgeon, it was six weeks after my surgery, and the tumors had returned with a vengeance, and I had to immediately go into chemo. And at that moment, we were just spinning. There were several things we just couldn't pull together. And that's when Marla Patterson and Brenda Buffman, you know I would do that, came on the scene and pulled us out. We've sang together at Christ United Methodist in a little jazz group and at Chorale. Marla is simply a genius at whatever she touches. And she put the website together, and she simply did what we were stuck. She did everything we couldn't do. She set up PayPal and spent all day Saturday, all day Sunday, getting everything up and running. Brenda stayed right with her and put in names and addresses and emails. I real-time owe these guys, let me tell you. So when I went to the hospital, they all went to work, and in 11 or 12 days,
11 and a half.
they had enough money for me to go in to MD Anderson, which was just incredible. Thank you, guys. Minnie Cottingham, we're family. We do Easter and Christmas and birthdays, and we'll find us having dinner somewhere most every Friday night. Minnie's the one that takes me to the hospital at 6 o'clock in the morning in the snow, and she's the one that will go with me to MD Anderson. She speaks medicine. And then she translates, and I go, oh, really? Don't tell me. Never mind. I just don't want to know. But I'm so grateful for Minnie. I couldn't do life without her. And my doll baby, Amy. She's always been sweet and kind. And she's grown into such a successful, lovely young lady that I'm so proud of. And she's still sweet and kind. And the main reason why I'm willing to fight this is because I'm just not ready to leave her. Now, please. I need to mention also, there was one other person that was really instrumental. After my original diagnosis, I went home and put my affairs in order and planned my funeral. That's where my oncologist left me. That's fully what I expected. And I have one teacher friend who was diagnosed 2 years ago with stage 4 cancer. She went to MD Anderson and is totally cancer-free now. And she absolutely would not stay on her face. It was Karen Harrington. You didn't know her. She is always speaks her mind, but she would not stay out of my face. She says, Barbie, it doesn't have to be this way. It doesn't have to be this way. There's people in this town that have money. You can find a clinical trial. It just doesn't have to be this way. And she really was one of the propelling forces for me to try. And she couldn't be here tonight, but she wrote a letter.
This is from Karen Harrington. I wish I could be with all of you tonight to join the celebration for Barbie. I am especially hopeful and excited for Barbie because I too suffered from a rare form of cancer and was treated at MD Anderson. I went through 5 months of chemotherapy followed by 6 weeks of proton therapy, a newer form of radiation. I responded to the treatment and have been cancer-free for over 2 years. As a research hospital, they have all the latest tools, technology, and doctors who are on the cutting edge. MD Anderson is a happy place, and people who work there will tell you that they genuinely feel fortunate. The last time I was there, a laboratory technician told me that she had been there 7 years and hadn't seen one patient they couldn't do something for. They are dedicated and caring, and if something doesn't work, they try something else. This is why I told Barbie she had to try, and with all of your help and your kindness, she is going to have that chance. Please continue your love, concern, prayers, and support throughout her journey. You are truly angels. With love and concern, Karen Harrington.
Special thank you to my pastor, Bob Feist, and I think you'll be hearing from him later. A huge thank you to my church, Christ United Methodist Church. They have been just incredible to hold me up and to support me. If you don't belong to a church, I really recommend you plug in somewhere. I just don't think we're meant to do life alone. We need people to come around us to help us do that. Thank you to my choir. They have been incredibly supportive and wonderful. They were here helping set up tonight. They donated money for food. They brought the desserts. They've just been wonderful. They'll probably be here helping tonight when we leave. They prayed for me. They held me up. Thank you, Music Town people, for bringing food. And you just wait. While I'm recovering, I'm going to get new recipe books. And you haven't seen any good entrees yet. I'm going to serve y'all the most wonderful, exotic things you can imagine on Monday nights. Probably not next month, but as soon as I get it back together and get here again, I won't wait till then. I must say that I have had an incredible peace through this entire ordeal. At first, I just simply didn't know if it was a peace to live or a peace to die. When my oncologist first suggested that I try MD Anderson, she might as well have suggested I go to the moon. It seemed just as reachable. And when I went into the hospital, everything absolutely happened around me to make it possible. So thank you. Thank everyone. We all really need each other, because it's like it took an army of people to give me the opportunity to fight. And thank you for giving me the opportunity to fight. I have hope. My bone marrow test came back clean, so that puts me back to stage 2. And my scan showed no tumors in my upper body or in my limbs. So yes, I feel hope. I feel like I have more songs to sing, I have more students to teach, I have more lives to change. Because that's what we music teachers do. Teach our kids. I would like to think that we teach discipline to kids in a world of video games and TV, where they're entertained and not taught to think. And I would like to think that we teach them, we set goals and we teach them to reach those goals. And I would like to think that we teach them how to handle pressure. They walk in front of audiences and play instruments, and they go for judges and play. And that's just life skills for later, to put aside your self-consciousness and be able to say something through your music. And I would like to think that we teach them how to handle disappointment, because they don't always play as good as they could play at home. And often I meet them at the door from the judge in tears. So, do we give up? Or do we choose a new piece that's harder, and work harder, and come back and win next year? So yes, I would like to think that we change lives. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you so much for giving me the chance to fight. With all of you behind me, I plan to fight. Thank you.
A couple of things. Starbucks is donating coffee this evening, so whenever we take, if you want to take a break in between performers, there's plenty of coffee in the back, and they're donating all the proceeds to Mom. Also, my mom has written a book. This is so wonderful. She and a team of people worked very hard to get it done for today. She plans to give a copy of this book to every one of you that have come. She's insisting on giving it away instead of selling it. So there are tons of copies there at the back, so make sure you get one on your way out. Okay, Laura Talbot. Dr. Laura Talbot and Anne Raphael are up next, and they're going to play Fare and Defala. Dr. Talbot is a professor of music at Oklahoma State University, and she's incredible. We're very lucky to have them. And Raphael plays all over town all the time. Help me welcome Anne and Laura. asked Kim Ford to come up next and say just a few quick things about Mom. Kim's children, all of them, have taken lessons from my mom for
Well, I was sitting there, and I'm probably the least musical person on the stage, but I've probably been in more piano lessons than musicians. I have 5 children who've taken from Mrs. Cottingham, and we started 16 years ago, and I did a quick calculation, and I think it was about 3,000 lessons I've sat. I wanted to share with you tonight just the perspective of a music teacher, having a music teacher in your life. And I started the blog about 4 years ago, and I had 3 entries in my blog still. One of them was about Mrs. Cottingham, and I wanted to read this from you. The title of it is called "The Lessons Learned from a Music Teacher." It was one of those days I sat listening to 4 of my 5 children play the piano for their piano teacher, Miss Barbi. As each of my children played through their lessons, I felt myself becoming more and more irritated. With each missed note, my frustration grew. We are playing staccato and we should be playing legato. Our 8 notes were quarter notes and our fingers weren't curved, and my boys needed haircuts. The more I listened to my kids plunk on the piano, the more I realized how lacking we were. The simple request from our sweet Barbi, all she asked us to do was practice 5 times a week. How hard is that? We homeschool. Our piano is in our home. In fact, we have 2 pianos. One would think it would be natural and an easy relationship, yet this week we were sorely lacking. And I think it was more than just 1 week. After each child finished their lesson, I looked up at them and forced a smile, hoping to mask my dark and miry thoughts. Barbi didn't let on. She's always amazingly positive and lovingly corrective. In her 11 years of weekly lessons, she never raised her voice or hinted a smidgen of resentment. She never ripped up their piano music and told my children to take up yodeling. I watched her weekly through the years, patient, loving, affirming, and kind, always pushing for excellence, raising the bar. She believed in her students, and they believed in her. She asked them to go to the moon each week, and each week they did their best. She smiled a lot, and her smile wasn't forced like mine. Barbi is everything that you would want in a teacher, a true gift to her students and parents. As I sat there, I made little notes to set up a counseling appointment with Barbi. And here was my agenda. Number 1, Barbi, would you be my personal mentor and help me become a more patient and kind person? And number 2, I had even a better idea. Would you finish raising my 5 children? Wouldn't she be a great mom? She is a great mom. And I know she would make my kids practice the piano every week, and for sure she would give them haircuts. As I packed up my delinquents to leave, instead of my well-thought-out agenda, I burst into tears. Should I just quit? Now, mind you, I had great self-control, and I'd let my kids leave the room. And Barbi simply replied, "You're right in the middle of it all." She obviously hadn't heard or understand that I had just quit. And again, she repeated, "You're in the middle of it. You can't see the end yet because you're still in the middle. All you can see is today, and you need to look at the end." I was personally hoping for a little bit more of a counseling session. I needed about 3 hours to confess my faults and failures as a mom. And I had just started my list and had not even had a chance to ask her to take over as my children's mother. As I left, her wise counsel began to sink in. Keep the end in mind. I was consumed with the work of raising a family. I couldn't see past the missed notes and the outgrown haircuts. And I was looking at everything that wasn't perfect, and believe me, there was plenty. My focus was misplaced and on achievement and perfection. Perfect children, perfect humans, perfect weeks with perfect piano practices. And this is where my struggle lied and the source of my frustration. As I started the car, I caught a glance in the rearview mirror. It was my son, my cute, shaggy-haired 8-year-old boy. I could see pride in his eyes over the music that his 8-year-old fingers had just created for his beloved Miss Barbi. His heart was full. I looked at my 17-year-old boy in the passenger seat next to me and realized there was a little void left in him. His jaw was square and his heart was tender. In the past 12 years, Barbi had imparted him a love for music that for him translated not only to hours of practicing classical music, but also included him lovingly pounding out worship songs that filled our home. He was a worshiper, and the piano really unlocked that passion. I glanced at my 14-year-old who was quickly leaving boyhood and was just beginning to see the possibilities for him. His hands were discovering that a steady discipline, combined with the rigor of classical study and music, a joy comes from attaining goals that seem beyond his reach. And then there was my 11-year-old, whose diligent hands were constantly faithful to follow through. I don't know if he actually missed any practices. He was the rare one in the bunch that actually did what he was told. The expression in the heart of the musician was awakening in him, and rarely could he walk by a piano without playing. And then there was my 5-year-old little girl, who loves all things beautiful and lovely, and she not actually begun her music lessons, but her life was music and song. What a gift she had been handed in her short 5 years. Her world was filled with music that echoed daily in the walls of our homes, created by the hands of the older brothers. Yes, I need to be reminded to look at the ends. I wish I had Barbi as a piano teacher as a child. I wish everybody could brush shoulders with her and have a music teacher like Barbi Cottingham. Her passion and her love surpasses the lessons of 8 notes and inversions. And that day I realized I was also one of Barbi's students. We have Barbi.
say just a few quick things about Mom. This is the president of TAMTA, Tulsa Accredited Music Teachers Association, which is a wonderful organization to be a part of if you're a private music teacher in Tulsa. So please help me welcome our president, Jody Tinkle.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here, and what a delightful party, Barbi. This is a lovely occasion. I have known Barbi for approximately 10 years, coming into the Tulsa Accredited Music Teachers Association. Barbi always made me feel very welcome. She's such a warm and kind person. And I also noticed that she was highly involved in the organization. Now, the word that I want to key in on there is the word involved. Involved means to be committed to something or committed to someone. And you cannot impact your world unless you're involved in your world. And I want to tell you a little bit about what that involvement looks like with TAMTA. After graduating with ORU, she shared with us earlier that she traveled for a season, but when she started her family, it was not possible to be on the road all of the time. So about 32 years ago, she began teaching out of her home. And she learned great leadership skills while being a CEO and managing a home at the same time. As a member of TAMTA, she began to become very involved with the many committees that we have to produce and facilitate many, I'm trying to say, sonatina competitions. We have district achievement auditions and so forth. And so, as a member of TAMTA, Barbi soon began to lend her ability to lead by chairing several of these committees within the organization. She faithfully served in TAMTA as the chair of the Fall Festival, which is a fundraising event TAMTA sponsors enabling young students to play for a treasured medal, as well as a critique of their performance by the finest adjudicators in the area. She's also chaired the Sonatina competition for many years, a competition that invites students in 5 levels of sonatinas to compete for a cash award. Through her leadership, many students, including her own, have gone on to win many state and district awards. Serving as president of TAMTA, she led with an innovative style to attract many young teachers in Tulsa into the organization. She allowed her hospitality and grace to shine as our president, opening her home to the board on many occasions with delightful culinary luncheons and served on her best china, I might add, in a garden-like fantasy she calls her backyard. She always had elegant hot beverages waiting for us at our monthly board meetings, and they were so delicious on those cold mornings driving into our welcoming mansion. And then she was also very caring to honor members who had served in various capacities within the organization with beautiful flowers. She has such a touch for beauty. She is an amazing leader, and she is a tough act to follow, let me tell you. But it's not all about what we do that makes us special in our lives, but it's who we intersect with. It's not about what we do, but it's about who we are. As president of TAMTA, I'm here to support Barbi, but not for what she's done only, but for who she is. Her service to this organization has been stellar, but I'm here to honor her for who she is as a person. We are all here to celebrate a victory with her, and one of many we pray to come her way. I am amazed at the miracle of community as we see something impossible for some become a reality for you, Barbi. We see a community whose love and respect for this wonderful lady rally to give to one who is already a giver. Barbi, relying on the principles that she believes, has much seed in the ground. Go to her house and you will know that I'm telling you the truth. As I mentioned earlier, her property is beautifully landscaped, impeccable, and a horticulturist delight, I'm sure. But beyond the natural beauty of her home, she has an abundant harvest that she's just beginning to enjoy, because those many seeds that she has sown through the years are beginning to blossom, and the fragrance is even filling this room tonight. Your love and your support and the fact that you are here to honor and celebrate with this wonderful woman is filling this hall with the sweetest fragrance just now. In closing, I want to recall another musician who battled many odds in his career as a master composer and musician, Johann Sebastian Bach. He always had another one in mind as he crafted his music. Each piece was signed with this inscription, Soli Deo Gloria, to the glory of God alone. Barbi, you have impacted many lives, including the students and the teachers representative of TAMTA. You would not have impacted us if you had not become involved with us. And your life's pleasure is to serve and meet with that same dedication that Bach had. Soli Deo Gloria. Thank you.
Trying to sleep alone in my bed, thoughts of the future go round in my head. How will I find the love of my own, love of the kind that I never know? Don't know where I'm going, don't know what to do, but I take comfort knowing that right here and now you're out in the world searching for me too. You're already there waiting for me, wondering where in the world I could be. You go through the day dreaming your dream, afraid that it might not come true, while I'm lying here dreaming of you. You're far, far away, but just down the street. But surely someday we are destined to meet. I know in my heart you're coming to me. I don't need to know when and where. I'll just turn and one day you'll be there. And maybe we will know at the first glance, at the first word. Or maybe we'll go slow, start out as friends, but in the end a love to last a lifetime will grow, and that will be our story. I can't wait to live our story. So now go to sleep, and I'll do the same, knowing your heart, though I don't know your name. I trust in a plan much higher than me to bring us together in time. So till you appear, I'll picture you here. Remove all the doubt and let go of the fear, and know that the future is fine. You're already there, waiting for me. So in a funny way, you're already mine.
is a doll, and she has been video recording this entire performance. Thank you. Britni is the one who videoed the Musicale video. If you get on YouTube, search for Tulsa Musicale, and she did that entire thing. And she won an award for it, actually, for our musicality at the Reading Festival. Ken Ames has been taking photographs of the evening. Ken, thank you. And you know, Tim has been doing the sound. His brother Jeff Shadley donated the gear. And Paul Brown was our bartender. Thank you, Paul. So really quickly, I'd like Pastor Bob Feist to come up and just say a couple things about Mom. The church has done so much for Mom. I don't know what we would do without Christ Benefit.
I feel like it's been a superstar night, and what a privilege to be a part of. 7 years ago, I came to Tulsa. I returned to Tulsa after having first come to Tulsa in 1978-ish. And one of the reasons that I came was there was a singing group at ORU that had a girl from my hometown that was part of it. And because I would watch that group on TV and I was just enthralled with the passion that these young people sang with, I thought, you know, that is a place I want to be. It turned out later, I came to realize that Barbi was one of those persons singing too. And what a blessing to intersect my life with hers. About 7 years ago, she was part of the music ministry at Christ Church, and the thing that I noticed from the get-go was just the joy that radiated from her heart. Every time that she got up to sing, there was just something special that was always there. And I just felt so privileged to be a part of experiencing her ministry there. I've also noticed that she is a person of great faith, and what a wonderful privilege to have heard her share from her heart tonight the journey that she's on. And how that she's approaching it. And the last thing that I think about is love. Barbi's heart just exudes love, and we have experienced that. We've seen that. Her students experience it, I'm sure. What a lovely tribute by this mother of 5 of them. We get to see them from time to time in our church as she encourages them to get up and play a prelude or do an offering. And I know that faith and that encouragement and that love enables them to step into that situation and do such a wonderful job. She's obviously poured her love into all of our hearts tonight. That's why we're here. Her great friends that have gathered, and what a tribute to friendship. And what a group of friends who believe in one another can do. I've always believed that if you get the right people around a situation, anything can happen. And we've certainly seen that come together through this experience. She's obviously poured her love into her daughter Amy. And my family's life intersected that way. Again, 7 years when we came ago, my oldest daughter had left her junior year in high school and was coming into her senior year. It was a very traumatic experience for her. But Amy was in the church, and my 2 oldest enjoyed piano. And we asked Amy if she might spend some time with them. And Amy was a lifeline to my daughter Jenny, particularly, and my daughter Rachel. And we so appreciate the love that we experienced from the Cottingham family. in that way? Well, it's love that has brought us to this place, and we're going to continue to surround you with love and prayer and faith and care. Amen?
You haven't heard anything quite like this yet tonight. Ding, a ding, 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 a ding, 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 a ding, 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 a ding, ding, a ding, 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 a ding, ding, a ding.
Doesn't look so trolley in the marketplace. Molly is a singer in a band. Doesn't sister Molly girl I like your face. And Molly says it's like she takes me by the hand. Oh, what do you
with a couple of kids playing in the yard of Desmond and Molly, of Desmond and Molly Jones. Happy ever after in the marketplace, Molly and the children on her hand. Desmond stays at home, Desmond's pretty face, and she still sings it with the band. Oh, buddy,
there are places I'll remember in my life, though some have changed, some forever, not for better, some have gone, and some remain. All these places I do know. But lots of wonderful musicians in this town that wanted to play for you tonight. Please remember Mom's book. A lot of effort went into getting it done today so that you could all take one home. They're in the back. Also, we have Starbucks and more food back there. Thank you for your support. There's a lot of love in this room. It's tangible, and I appreciate all of you so much.